What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Project 1999 in 2020. This is Everquest. I'll try to say it every time. The graphics are really shitty. They really are. But the game is really, really good. The game is not shitty at all. And after you play for just a little while, you get totally used to the graphics, and the game it just takes over. You don't really notice that the graphics are shitty anymore. And when I look at this little shitty building, even though it has like harsh edges and shit, you know, the little leather and hide sign looks cool. So you totally just get used to the graphics. Anyway, everything is pretty much camped. I'm level 40 now. I've got my looking for group tag up. I ran to split pot. Well, I started in Kazakh-Thul, like right in Freeport. Really nobody looking for me in Kazakh-Thul, so I ran over to Spectres right beside Kazakh-Thul, and those are being killed by a couple people, so nothing there to solo. Then I ran over to Oasis of Mar and checked out those Spectres. Those were also camped. And then I got a port over to North Korana. All the guards are camped there. I don't really want to kill those guards anymore anyway, but those are camped. And I ran into Split Pot, and I also threw up a looking for a group message, and no bites there. So lots of places I've checked out at this point, and now I've ran over to Freeport, and it looks like some guards are up. So I'm going to take an attempt at killing guards here. I've never actually done this as a shaman. I don't know what the best way to do it is, but I'm going to bring out a level 1 nuke here. And so I've used Lev, and I've kind of gone up on the wall. Maybe let's start with this guy in the back. It looks like an easy pull. Looks like there's no ads there. Anyway, you can Lev up, and I just ran around the edge here. So I'll do that, and I should be able to kind of glitch him up here. That's my hope. There he is. Because there's no real like stairs to get up here, so I'm hoping I can kind of kill on this platform. I could probably summon a pet as well, and I have absolutely no idea like how much health these guys have, or you know how difficult this is going to be. So I'm just going to start off with this guy's dark blue. I'll throw a dot on him, and we'll just dot him and see how long these dots take to kill him, and from there that'll sort of be a gauge to see how actually difficult this will be. And while we're waiting for him to die, maybe I'll look into bringing the pet up, because I imagine he could drop a slow. These guys will be probably pretty similar to the North Korana guards. He's going down pretty fast. Honestly, I don't even know if I need a pet, especially in these like tight quarters where a pet might actually pull more guards than I might want. Looks like just these 2 dots alone might get him. So there's a minute and a half left on Scourge, which is maybe half the duration. So it looks like maybe 2 poisons and a Scourge will kill them. I think that's what we're looking at, and still 20 seconds on root. So I'll go ahead and root again, because I'm going to need to within 20 seconds.
Regen.
Mind you, could break at any moment, so maybe you should wait those out. Looks like my regen's about to fade, so I'll do that up. But, you know, realistically, it looks like killing one of these dark blues takes 20 health, 20 mana. If I root rot them. And to do that, I use 2 poisons and a Scorch. So that's pretty good. That's not a lot of spells. There, and it's totally dead. So I have no idea what the spawn timer is on these dudes, but I'm just going to hit the old timer that I had ready, which is set at 6 minutes. And we'll just see where that goes. Okay. Now, I do have Levitate on right now, because I am packing some bat wings on me. The reason I'm using a Burst of Flame, just level 1 spell, mostly because of the cast time and the low mana cost, just to pull as a pulling spell. Now I think there's a third guard here, so that one's dark blue, and this homie here is green. So I'll pull these 2, and there's a pathing guard there. So, oh shit, I fell. Not gonna make it back up there. So hopefully I don't pull anything like any shopkeepers or anything, because we're gonna fight both these guards right here. Looks like we're all good. So Zeph was the strong one, so I'm gonna go ahead and poison him first and be ready to root if it breaks. Oh, and there it is.
Root.
They hit hard. They hit way harder than... Oh, shit. So we've got an Addy's dark blue. I'm going to root him ahead of time. So what I'm going to do here is just focus on the one guard. If I don't pull any shopkeepers doing that. I do have gate memmed if I need to. But just because this is obviously going to be a mana issue here, I'm bound in Oasis of Mars, so I don't really want to gate, but I can if I have to. This is probably more of a score. Oh, fuck. Oh, that was a person. I was like, oh, fuck, there's another guard coming. What I was getting at is this is probably more of a Scourge fight at this point, because it's going to be more... There it is. Zeph. Shit. And half. Oh, shit. Oh, and there's a fourth guard. Okay. So I'm totally... There's no way I'm going to kill all these guards. So I've got enough life here to root these two. Goman is another dark blue. And then I'm going to gate the fuck out of here. Oh, great. Necrupo is a green. And I'm going to gate the fuck out of here.
Root.
Oh.
Root.
Whew, just made it. That Zeph just broke and used a dark blue. That would have definitely got me if this gate didn't go off. Anyway, I'm in Oasis of Mar now, so I'm going to start the run back. And then I'll come back. Alright, we're back. We're back in East Commonlands, ready to kill these guards. Clearly, I underestimated how many guards were on patrol, so definitely I want to try to stay up on this platform. I can hear one now. Alright. So I'm just going to open with the poison. We'll pull him up to this platform. Ooh, that's pretty far cast. So I can't see him to start rooting, but he just pops up in front of me. 1999, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Let's look up a Scourge on him as well. I think that's probably how we'll fight these to begin with. Actually, I'll throw that lev back up.
Fizzle.
Now again, I could summon a pet, but I don't know if I'll need one for now. I'm gonna try just the root rot method first. Kind of just gauge that, see if it's good, see if I like it, see if it's easy, and then maybe I'll bring out the pet and try that method and sort of stack them up. In theory, so we'll see which is better. Maybe, I don't know. Oh fuck. Got rooted, one hit, nice. I didn't absorb a whole bunch there. I don't really know like how close to the edge I want to sit in case the guard walks by and I pull one. But on the flip side of that coin, if I sit too close to guard Goman here as I'm killing him, he might fuck me up. So we did lose the poison, so it's just Scourge, another minute on that Scourge, so that's definitely not going to kill him. The Scourge alone. So we'll see what happens. This is typically how I start a new place, like whether it's a dungeon or a zone, or especially soloing. This is, I mean, I assume this is how everybody starts. Fuck, I think I just ate full damage there. Didn't stand up fast enough. I assume this is kind of how everybody starts, you know, just kind of gauging it and seeing what they can do. Oh, motherfucker, broke again. So, there's a lot of root breaks. What I might try is lowering their resistance, because I believe that comes with a magic debuff, and I believe root is a magic type spell as far as resistances go. Okay, so now I'm gonna have to use a third poison on him, so just kind of getting up there. At that point, a pet might actually be better, because the melee damage, you know, with the regen that offsets the deal with the slow and the like, you know where I'm going with the pet tank. He just keeps putting out damage, you know, like he as long as he stays healthy, and he can and I can pull the pet off, and the pet can med himself with the regen and whatnot. So he's got a little bit of efficiencies himself, if you will. So perhaps that is a better route. However, it's a fucking long ass med break after pulling out the pet. It does take a little while to meditate, get all that mana back. So even still, this poison's probably not going to get him. So I'm going to pull out the pet and let the pet finish him off. And that should do it. Whenever that spell cooldown's up. Anyway, ooh, he's kind of feisty there. So there's a little sketch that he's walking away. Hopefully I can get this pet going pretty quick. And hopefully the pet doesn't pull a shopkeeper or something, being a lower level than myself. I have a slightly bigger aggro range. Okay, I'm definitely going to put a gate back on my bar because I took it off when I was medding earlier. My pet doesn't seem to be killing this guard very fast, which is increasing the sketch factor. Oh, here we're going to pull an adder here, so I'm going to go ahead and just poison him ahead of time, so I'll pull aggro instead of my... Well, I got him anyway. And I'm going to run him over to the platform and just park him there. So I pulled slightly in advance, but not really a big deal. Hopefully we just got the one. There, that one goes down. My pet's going to auto-defend me here and come for this homie. There he is. So I'm going to pull my pet off until I slow guard Draken. Guard Draken. There we go. So now we'll try the pet method. Pet does have nothing for buffs. So we'll get that going.
Regen.
Put a regen on the pet first, even though mine's fading. Ah, fuck, I'll put regen on me first. More important on me. Want to have no mana, anyway. Because of course now I can canny down, and my health will actually go up. So because my pet doesn't have any buffs, I do want to monitor that. And look at that, like my pet's like hardly even getting hurt. And it looks to be a shitty pet too. Is he topping out at 28 damage? I don't know what's with that. I swear to God, my previous pet was better than this pet. Like it wasn't. My previous pet was topping out at 30, but the range at least went from 20 to 30. This pet, I think I've seen like 35 damage tops. So it wasn't a huge improvement on the previous pet. Seems like the damage range for this pet is 25 to 35 rather than 20 to 30. So still a 10 damage range, just different.
Root.
So root broke, so this is a case where I'm going to want a root. So I am going to want a mana for a regen on my pet and a root, but I don't even need to regen my pet. It's not super critical. He's actually going to win this fight, even if I don't regen him. I'll just fucking haste him. Best defense is good offense, right? It actually kind of is. When I was a necromancer, fucking rates. Just dotting 6 things out. Just going nuts.
Slow.
Specifically the City of Mist break-in from onto second floor. From the if you know what I'm talking about, there's a little house you can get on, and breaking on from the house roof to the second floor can be a bit hectic. You can get quite a few mobs going there because there's quite a few patrolling mobs. So this guard is not actually rooted yet. They just seem to flee at a very, very low percentage, like 5% instead of 10. And the last one did sort of walk away for quite some time, but see if I can help out and maybe not actually root him. There we go. Sweet, they dropped fine steel and a short sword. Just give the short sword to my pet. It's not worth anything. I don't think my pet really uses a sword, but okay. I want to make sure I'm not gating there by accident. Alright, so 2 guards down. I haven't really gauged experience, not that I would really notice from 2, but This is kind of how soloing works. You just kind of go through, pick away at them, and slowly, after you watch a movie or something, you look at your experience and like, holy shit, my experience went quite a bit. That's typically how I solo anyway. I find it a little bit mindless compared to grouping, where at least you can interact with people and you've got a little bit more to monitor than just your one bar, your one mana and health bar. Because when soloing, this is it. You know, I kill 2 mobs and I'm sitting here at 50-50 here. And this guard Horizon who's walking there, he's a white guard to me. And I'm just going to kind of map out his path there. So he goes that way. So he's not one of the 2 guards that come through this area that I've killed. Now I could go loot that guard. He's probably got a fine steel sword on him. But I don't really care. I'm up on my perch and I don't want to run around right now. I'll let that one go for now. I might even end up there on the next kill with the corpse time is probably like 8 minutes or something. Maybe I'll end up out there when there's like a minute left on it. Who knows? I don't know. I prefer to group. That's kind of what I was saying. I prefer to group when I can, so I do have my looking for group tag up. And as I mentioned, I went to a couple places already and kind of no action. It's Friday though. I imagine I'll get somebody at some point will send me a tell and be like, hey man, do you want to replace me at such and such group? And I'll be like, yep. Hopefully, we'll see. Depends how long I've got, and you know, it's Friday, so maybe I get busy. I seem to have more time to play on the weekdays these days with the lockdown situation. Not necessarily, but all right. Fentanyl is green to me, so let's see where he walks to. Same thing. He goes down that way, and there are 2 guards sitting like right on the other side of that wall right there. So like one there and one there. So if I pull those 2 guards, I might actually get 4 guards is kind of what I was saying. Now my pet would follow me right out there. And because I'm levitating, my pet might have to take, I don't know if he'd glitch through a wall necessarily. He might actually have to take the correct route and maybe end up pulling a bunch of shit. So I'm going to pet/pet guard. And he's just going to hang out right there. So no matter what I do now, my pet's going to hang out there for a bit. Okay, here's guard Nectropo. Okay. Well, I can go pretty close. I would have thought I'd pull him from there. There it is. There it is. So my pet would be engaging right now because it just auto defends when I get hit. So I told my pet to back off. Root that sucker, give him a slow, and then get my pet in there. And my pet currently is hasted but not regened. So we'll throw the pet in there and toss a regen his way. Root broke, so ready to use my telescope to reset the global spell cooldown so I can root as fast as possible. And my pet is taunting as well, so that actually will help me for the next root break because he'll probably be on the top of the aggro list. So far all I've actually done is slowed the guard. I might actually throw poison because these guards hit pretty hard. Yeah, holy fuck. Yeah, the guard smashes. In fact, he hits so hard I'm going to throw a Scourge his way because this might be a longer fight than I would like. He must be on the higher end of the dark blues of the guards here. Oh fuck. Which means I should probably give him one of these. Yeah, this could be a bit of a long fight. He smashed my pet real hard there. A couple hits brought my pet to half health. Mind you, this is not the best pet I can get. This is like a mid-level. Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm stuck. Oh, I was sitting somehow. Usually when you get hit, you're standing. I wonder if I got stuck crouched or some shit. I don't know. But this guard is smashing me. I'm going to reduce his resistances, so hopefully root sticks for the whole duration. And then I'm going to watch my pet's health. I really should have had my pet attacking there well. The guard is slowed as well. Unfortunately, my lower resistance does not lower disease resistance, so I'm going to go with the poison spell, which is slightly less efficient than the disease one. However, it is probably going to land, which is going to make it way more efficient. Because resist at this point would really suck. So slow is about to wear off the guard. I'll put another one on just so I can pull my pet off and get my pet to sit like I just did a moment ago, because he does have chloroplast on him, so he does have a decent regeneration rate. Now haste is about to go off a pet, however I'm not going to replace that yet because I do want to save mana for another root if root breaks. I'm getting kind of low on health now to kind of keep chewing through it. So this is the life of soloing. Slow and steady. Yeah, for whatever reason, my pet's doing way better tanking now. Necropo here must have got a couple lucky hits. And really dug in there. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I want to give my pet a haste because we do need to get some damage going, but it's also gonna need a heal maybe. Fuck it. I can do both. Yeah, so I'm at a point where, I don't know, I kind of like having the pet out. It definitely makes me feel safer. My pet has taken a lot of hits from this guard so far. Even the guard slowed. Those are hits I didn't have to take. And mind you, I wouldn't be taking them while the guard's rooted. However, just the fact that my pet has that much HP to just, sick on something and just keep it busy for a bit, that makes me feel good. I don't want to heal if I can help it. Well, fuck it. I don't want to lose my pet either. I was going to say I don't want to heal because my pet's just going to regen with chloroplast, but if I lose it, that's just a waste of time. And a waste of the camp, if someone was a dickhead and wanted to take all these guards out, or if somebody's just a high level running through and they kill guards just when they can, which is what I often did as a monk, You just come through and kill guards or something, sell whatever they got when you go to, I don't know, whatever class, right? Doesn't matter. It's concept. Okay, so I got lev fading. I'm going to go ahead and replace that levitate. Now I should be more concerned about this guard running away levitate when I'm this low on mana. He just has a long sword. So
levitate fading.
Pretty sure that's one-handed. Yep. There you go, bud.
Levitate fading.
I didn't mean to call somebody a dick if they like to kill guards, because I love to kill guards. So. But my point was, in a different place, not when you're level 40, when you're level 55 plus, you might lose a camp for medding, leaving 6 mobs up and killing 2 of them. You're not really holding that camp very well. So, somebody might start to kill those other mobs you're leaving up. Was kind of where I was heading with that one. So I got a shitload of buffs fading. Kind of useful here for me, as we can see, when I get smashed that much. Now I don't think pets really take advantage of buffs, so sometimes I'll do the health buffs when I don't mind kind of taking the time to med, which maybe is now, because I can med. I mean, certainly the pathing mobs down that hallway area, those will be up by the time I have health and mana back. They're probably up already. So, shamans are not the best soloers. I would much rather be in a group right now, or soloing something that's a little bit more safe, for example. It's a little cleaner, like those North Carolina guards. I've talked about them a lot, and I have a lot of pros and cons to them, but more good than bad things to say. It was just so clean, like you're right there at the zone line, so if shit hits the fan, you really could go boop boop zone. It's really safe as fuck when you're at that bridge. And even though it seems boring after so many hours, it's a little bit less. I mean, it's better to get experience than risk dying and having a stressful session. That's not the point. We're playing a game. Should be fun. You should move when you get off. You should be more ahead than you were when you sat down. In theory, doing whatever you were doing, and that goes for anything really, not just EverQuest. Anyway, I have a lifetime of medding ahead here. It just takes a long time. Yes. I was trying to think. I was like, do I have like a gear update or something? Because I think there was something I did. Yes. I finally leveled alchemy so I can make shrink potions. Oh, this one. It's a 10 dose ant potion. So I did make that myself, finally. I don't know how much plat it cost me to level that. Roughly 2k, maybe 2.5k, I don't know. I killed a lot of guards, and a lot of the times I would run back to town with those earnings of like 600 plat and just level up alchemy. And I didn't realize how much it would take before I got to the shrink potions level. I'm like midway through alchemy at this point, which is cool. Eventually you get port potions, which can port you to like permafrost and swamp of no hope, I think, and another place. So it is actually really good later on. So it is something I definitely wanted to do. The only reason I talk about it in a negative way is because maybe for my level at level 40, 2k, 2.5k could have been put into something a little bit more that has a little bit more, bang for your, not necessarily bang for your buck, but more potent of a output. Like I could have just purchased a couple of damn potions for like 350 plat or whatever the fuck they sell for, 250 plat probably, and called it a day. Because it's really, how many of these uses do I really need? Certainly not 2,000 plat worth of shrink potions, of shrink usages. So on one hand, yeah, I wasted a little bit of plat. On another hand, I did kind of put in work now that I won't have to put in later. And then on the third hand, if I was some sort of alien or something, I now have the ability to make my own ant potions. Yay. So it's actually not even that great, but got it. And really, realistically, the next 1.5k I have, so this is pretty much all the plat. This is like all the money I have right now on my account is 280 plat, I think. A couple things to sell, but nothing of value really. 600-700 plat tops. That's like all the potions and shit that I have to sell. Point being, also I should say with alchemy, you don't make a lot of money. I can go make a 10 dose sal potion, and all in all, if I don't fail any
Haste other
uses, it costs me like 63 plat or 67 plat or something. Call it 70 plat, and I can sell it for 100. So I'll make 30 plat per 10 dose potion. So at the end of the day, you're not really making all that much money. I mean, fuck, you get 30 plat off a couple guards while you're getting experience, off the fine steel and just what they drop in their pockets. You get that money real fast just leveling. So it's nothing that I care for. Of course, I'll make a little bit more off the shrink potions, but nothing of major value. So it's not like I can go every time I go to town and I have some money on me, I can invest in potions and maybe turn a little bit of a profit each time. But nothing I go crazy over, when items are selling for 100,000 platinum, nickel and diamond for 20, 30 plat is meh. And that's also why those people who've played before are less diligent at looting lower level mobs when they die. Because the 5 gold, the 2 silver, whatever the hell they're dropping between level 1 and 25 or 1 and 30, the mobs, is really insignificant in the grand scheme of things. You go to HS with a really effective group and you're dropping mobs, the named mobs that drop items that are like, you basically have a wicked session in HS. You're walking away with like 100,000 plat, a couple nice drops from there. All sell for 20k each or some shit. I don't even know what they sell for on the green server. Point is, you get that money real fast. Also, you get druids like quad kiting giants and ocean of tears and just necros too, making shit tons of money there from the gems and stuff. So there's a lot of money coming into the game from a lot of different places. Anyway, part of the annoying thing about soloing is it just requires so much rebuffing. Like, I swear to God, half of the time I'm fucking rebuffing because my pet needs a new regen now and he needs a new haste right away. And that means I'm going to need a new sow and then I'm going to need a new regen in 7 minutes, which is basically going to be after the next pull. So soloing is slow. It's actually quite effective on the experience bar though. Like it feels very, very, very slow. It's a very slow burn. you're killing one mob every 10 minutes or 5 minutes kind of thing in the over the course of a long time. Whereas in a group, you're killing one mob like every fucking 10 seconds. It's just like the difference is vast in what you're doing. Okay, should pay attention to full mana. So soloing is a lot more boring, but again, per kill you get a lot more out of it. I like to toss Sal, my pet, mostly in outdoor zones. It's not really going to make a huge difference here in East Freeport, but in an outdoor zone it's a nice habit because you can get, if you pull aggro on something, like a griffin for example. If I pulled aggro on the griffin in North Carolina when I was killing those guards, I would have, I could poison the griffin and run away and turn my pet taunt off. I'm guaranteed my pet's going to keep up with the mob and be able to do damage to it the whole time I'm running. Okay, let's focus. So the whole time I'm running away, my pet will be doing damage, and it's a guaranteed he's up there with Sal. I don't know. He might be able to keep up without Sal, but with it, guaranteed. So I do like to Sal my pets. Kind of the point there. Seeing like even now the armor class buffs in 10 minutes is going to fade. It's just like an endless rebuff cycle. Levitate's going to fade soon, probably at 3 minutes on Levitate. So that's just how she goes. On the plus side, I don't have to make a super long video because gonna get the idea after half an hour, 45 minutes of what I'm doing. And eventually, I might get the hang of it a little bit nicer and break the camp in and really get a cycle going. Like I think we've seen a couple cycles on the stream now where you can actually see what I'm talking about. I used the example before of killing 10 mobs in a room. If you do good on your second cycle, you might go get the 11th mob from the hallway and then keep that in your 30-minute cycle or whatever you're doing, for example. So I'm kind of looking around for those patrolling guards. I would think that they're up again. Maybe I'm going to hit myself with another levitate. This is going to fade pretty quick. I would think that they're up by now, and they might just be patrolling pretty far. I haven't really mapped out where everybody goes yet. But it's been a little while. I would assume the timers here are low. There's no reason this should be like a dungeon timer, like a 20-minute timer or anything. I imagine it's like a 6-minute or a 10-minute or something. Of course, it's on the wiki. There's a page for spawn timers, but I try not to look at the wiki myself because I have played the game before and I have looked at the wiki a ton. Like when you play the game the first time, you kind of have to. There's just too much information to absorb and people know the game too well. So you just have to reference the wiki. You have to know what you're doing kind of as best you can before you do it, really. Anyway, I try not to read the wiki at this point, and even when I'm running down roads and shit, I try, and I don't even know where I'm going. I try not to look at the wiki because it's more immersive not to. It's a little bit cooler, in my opinion, if you don't need to look at the maps and stuff. You just kind of have a rough idea. I kind of like that more. It makes it more fun to play for me. It's not so. It's just there's more to do, I guess, and more process for my brain, if you will. I don't know. Anyway, I don't see those guards walking around, so I'm gonna just levitate over to this. Oh shit! Make sure my pet's guarding over here. Pet guard. I don't want him to follow me because I seem to not pull aggro like right here on the edge. Oh, Zeph lives there. I forgot I pulled Zeph from here. My bad. Anyway, we'll see if we can do that again and actually get up on that ledge. And I think we'll be safe if we can get up on that ledge. Shit, my pet's already in there. There. Now if we can keep them here without getting 1,000 ads, that would be ideal. Shit. Okay, I guess we'll kill Orphan first, and I'll just keep Zeph dotted. Oh fuck, they both broke. These these guards are pretty resistant. So root breaks a lot, and it makes it not the best camp, to be honest, because of how resistant they are at my level. So Zeph is not slowed. However, the other guy is slowed, so I shouldn't waste the mana here.
Interrupted.
Oh fuck!
Root.
See another root break. I think this might be too many root breaks and too much resistance for this level to make this efficient. Holy shit! Another one. Well, at least we learned that.
Root.
Holy shit! Another one. So there we go. There we have it. Time to run. I'm gonna gate. All right.
Root.
So I think that's probably going to conclude the East Freeport guards, or at least Zeph. If I go back there, I'm just going to avoid Zeph, no doubt, because he's way too magic resistant. Or at least open with a mallow. If I go back there, maybe I'll do that. But you can see here in Oasis, people are killing the Spectres right now. Spectre, those are what I want to kill. I don't know if those would be easy or hard, to be honest. They're dark blue. Maybe they hit even harder than the guards. I actually don't know. But I would like to try. That's kind of my next goal. Braille. It's a cleric up there killing them right now. And it makes sense for clerics to kill them because clerics have extra damage versus undead. Anyway, maybe I'll just cut this off here until I actually find an actual group. So maybe I'll just call this like an attempt, a solo attempt at experience at East Freeport guards. I think it's doable. I really do think there's some XP there soloing. You know, there's not that many of them. I might even be able to go from the other side on the docks side and maybe just avoid Zeph altogether. Maybe. Because I can float on the other side as well. I don't know. I don't know what I'll do. I'll find something to do for sure. Certainly, I'm just going to stay looking for a group and see if I can get something. Because I would love to go to Splitpaw or Kazakh or something like that right now. That would be ideal. Get some experience there. But I think what I'll do actually is probably just med up and I'll go take a third attempt at those guards because I know it's open. I guarantee you there's going to be people in Freeport because there's always people there. I don't know what it is. Oh, there's double R in the middle. Yeah, so there's a 47 cleric there. He could be smashing them. 46 necro, 46 shaman. All those dudes might be killing specters. Maybe because I'm bound here in Oasis. It's kind of the midpoint between Freeport and the Freeport. So I'll go run to Freeport and check out those specters. And if those are still camped, I'll get back to Oasis. These will still be camped most likely. And then I will check out the East Freeport guards for the third time if there's nothing open and see how that goes. But no reason to string everybody along with me. So until next time, I hope you guys have a good one. And I hope to put up a video later tonight after a good group. Until next time, cheers.